Good day everyone. Time to finish our initial trip through Bitter Black Isle. Hopefully. Last time we went through the middle section and got terribly distracted going through showing a couple extra things. Now, let's see if we can't hopefully not lose all three of these bloody bombs in the slowly slap from Diamond. Of course we have to make it down there first. We just grab. We did indeed. Good, good. Actually, what number are we on? 6. This is going to be an adventure. I think this should, if I actually hit them, it should damage them. Okay, it is. Good. Okay. To drop. Actually, I didn't. I don't think that was me. Still yet another. The rear jaw. That wasn't too bad. Strider. Just as long as you have fully upgraded Heaven's Key, just well, you'll see when we get to it, I suppose. Guess we're going this way. Hello? Mind, if you like the trophy set, you'll definitely want to make a habit of snipping their tail, because you'll need a lot of Moon Shimmer pelts to upgrade all that mess. You need them as well for Dragon's Clays if you're a ranger. These are snakes. Guess I just got my rooms mixed up before. Come on. No. No. No, it's alright. There's a chest over here. Yeah. That was a waste of time. How are we doing in 1.5 hour? Somehow. You're always way more interested. At least it makes a little bit more sense. Also, you can't do this. It Basically keeps the raids busy. If you're lucky, it'll even kill them. Oh, bugger. Good. There's actually a trap over here where one of the raids won't spawn in until you walk close enough. And then it'll shoot forward and damage you. It's not very polite if you ask me. Alright, we must have levels. Did you switch to casting Maelstrom, really? There's a wee bit of damage. See, there she goes. That does nothing. I do need to switch to a nice rusty bow. There you go. Fire. Need to watch out because he's going to spin. That's a 5-hit combo. Love, you have a shield. Dragon's Risen is actually, that's the Everfall Archstaff for sorcerers. So that's where you get that, if you were curious. Much easier than the Everfall itself. Dark Buckler is a decent magic shield. It's okay. This chest is often a man-eater, so... Well, an attempt was made. In there, it's just a bunch of bugger. Actually, let me see. Ah! That is the first time I've set a hotkey on this PC version. Turns out it's that simple. So apparently, you just go and you 1 to 5 on the keyboard is apparently what you can set. Of course, you'll have to remove your hand from your stick to actually press said number key, but it's fine. Well, hopefully. Bit more convenient than having to pause every time. Reliance on gates just a bit. What are you doing, man? be another one. Wait, where did the other one go? It should have been the only lich. I'm going to assume that. Wow. Also, an interesting thing happens sometimes where you go back and hit this skelly right here respawns. I'm not certain why that happens. Actually, all of them will respawn. Do watch out for them. They like to cast living, and as you can see, we're ankle deep in water. What does electricity do with water again? Also, yeah. Ogarm can spawn. Rusty Bow. Yes, I can show you this one. Right, you can't. Bugger, because it's pitch black. You can find them in the non-purified weapons. Okay, Garm. It's a bit more damage than I would have liked. Okay, they should be. You should have been locked in the tornado, mate. It's not doing it. Yeah, this can be a bit of a mess. It's actually not entirely safe to climb Garm because they can roll around a bit. And they do a lot of damage when they roll around. I need to not be hit by the breath if it's all the same. They're a lot. Well, that's what I expect. They're a lot easier to do. Suddenly, meteorite. Good. And flower died right there at the end, so let's fix that. Good deal. Have to get it to actually take. Easy as. I was going to discard this. Keeping in my inventory. So yeah, in this version of the room, 3 Garm can spawn. I'm not certain if we've gotten that spawn in this initial version of the dungeon on stream before. But then in the next run through, I'm pretty sure 4 of them will spawn. Instead. That's an adventure. I somehow always completely forget there's a chest here. I don't think it actually holds anything worthwhile, but let's try this again. It's the thought that counts. Okay, remember. Really rough room here. We need to take out these sorcery balls. If I can find the bloody things. Hello? Is this wings? Huh? Did they not spawn in because the Garm were here? Where are the pawns? No, please don't. Stop. Cease. Cease and desist. Please. These should... What? This has never happened before. We've had the pawns not spawn. Strange. Okay, you lot can deal with those. Well, if we exit the room and come back, it should be back to normal. It'll be a bit awkward though, because we won't be in the same position. No, she's actually out there climbing that thing still. Bugger all, love. I do appreciate the enthusiasm, but sheesh. Which one of you would pick that up? But alas, it's not to be. Okay, let's go down here. And now we go right back in. Wish you would learn how to block with that shield. Actually embarrassing. I wonder if slapping the prescience augments honor would help with her blocking. Pawns shouldn't need it, is the thing. But I wonder if it would. Because my theory is the Assyrians have bestiary knowledge is just dreadful. No tornado for you, mate. Unfortunately, the sizing is pretty goodbye as well. I thought they carried a wee bit of health as well. Oh, you got the good stuff. Rise rain. Speaking of, you two remembered you exist. Please don't. No. Stop. No. No. It's not damaging him though. That is very bizarre. Okay. How do we want to do this? Or do I want to do this? I've demonstrated that. So the thing we'll do is the best thing to do is just to climb up, knock the helmet off. I'm actually curious. That's the wrong way, love. That's not the eye you need to be looking for. Now, see, that's the arm I'm looking for. Can I actually take that? No, it's not. I think so. Oh, sirens. Also, I don't have the rusted bar on. Oops. I was wondering, why aren't you being torpid? Boy, love. That's rude. Okay. Well, here goes. Nothing. Oh. But all the stamina again. I thought I had plenty. You're still here. Okay, poison, not tweakers. Now you're talking. I mean, you hear song, isn't it? Oh no, what is she doing? Get this one, not that one. What's a bother? Nah. So, definitely going to have to show her how to climb properly. She just didn't know what to do there. The funny thing is, if I, when I get the chance to train her about that properly, what's hurt her a lot is that I keep switching her classes as well. She's been fighter, sorcerer, now strider, so she needs to stick for a while. Guess we'll try to do that from now on. Let her stick a strider for a bit. But the thing about it is, the way her climbing up like that, when she's got her bearings a bit with the class, she would actually remove the helmet herself, and then go to the eye, and then go to town with 100 kisses. And she would basically just shred the thing in a matter of seconds, once she gets her bearings. That's why I was sitting there watching to see what she would do, because it would have been very entertaining. And I've seen it happen a lot where the strider pawns will they'll just clear the room by themselves, like that. But a bit teasing me right now, unfortunately. Okay, so maybe we should probably pick up the quests in the notice board here. In case there's some overlap. Reminder, there's another moonbeam gem here. And a lift stone. Because of dragon horns. So that's actually, I don't know if I've went over this before, but that is actually a very important quest. Surging light time, grab that. That's actually a very important quest. To complete, because doing so is what unlocks. No, this should already be unlocked, right? Since this is a new game plus and all. Unless his inventory doesn't behave like that. No, it does. So there's Bainar's staff. In that case, what have I been missing? Let's see. Bainar's staff. No, not that one. Chilling focus. I believe so. I don't think it was those. Twin Paler. Perhaps Twin Paler. Shooting Star. Cursed Bite. Basically, you unlock some Bitter Black level 2 weapons to just buy in the shop for several of the classes by completing that quest. And it's completed by just having... Oh dear, where are they berries all the way in here? 3 Cursed Dragon Horns, which we should have plenty of. Why did I remember to? Those are scales, so they should be nearby, you would think. Well, you would think, but I've gotten them out before, so they'll be closer to the bottom. There we are. Must have used a bunch, haven't I? So yeah, quest complete. And now his inventory would be expanded for you. So, say you're leveling and you've got your build path. Typically your sorcerer levels towards these higher levels once you've gotten a good base, if you need to up your magic. So you can grab that Bainart staff and get a Dragon Forge pretty easily by killing a Cursed Dragon with Harley Focus Bolts. And then, once it's Dragon Forged, it's pretty simple to start rarefying it. But even just Dragon Forged, it juices your magic up so much that you'll start melting things for the most part, especially those Cursed Dragons, because each time you kill one of those, you got your flower, that's a handful of levels each time. You just level grind with that if you're a sorcerer. Okay, let's try to figure out how I want to handle this room. First of all, death's here. Which means those bombs might not spawn. No, they did. But where are the sorcerer bombs? There we are. Bugger. We need to get away from that. Take it that's miasma. Need to take her down. They're seriously going to be healing each other as they fly around. Okay, one's down. Where'd the other one go? Found it. Alright, kids. Let's try. And show this last to climb. Okay. We do need to be a bit careful because stamina is a concern. Also, this would have been either I wasn't paying enough attention or something really shot his health down with the quickness. Okay, now I need you all to calm down and not make this one break free. Because I'm not entirely certain I want to even bother with it. We don't really have anything to prove fighting him after all. Did you just throw? Oh no, she cast it. Oh, so she didn't throw something. That's just the way that spell sounds. High void spell. It cures what? Well, it clears petrification, which is really good. But the other thing it does is it gets rid of the debilitations these bloody leaf worms cause. So that's fun. It's a great deal of fun. Once obeyed me. Could come in handy, I suppose. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever explained, or I mentioned the farming cursed dragons, but just to make clear, you can go to Duskmoon Tower, you know, the area where you first met Barak, and you've got all the Moonbeam gem doors. Yeah, you're still here, so let's the Garm bodies are still there. And yet again with you. What a strange trip this has been. We've been in this room, up and down. We need 3 more of these, right? Yeah. Why is this smoking? Nothing looks burned. I wanted to talk to the bugger, but doesn't look like. So this is where it would be handy to. Okay. Where am I? There. The health bar would be going down a lot quicker if I could actually climb to the bloody eye. But we're still on the noggin, so close enough. Admittedly, it can be a bit tricky, the climbing in this game, because sometimes your character doesn't quite move the way you feel like they should go. Camera also can be quite tricky, but striders, of course, have an easier time doing it just because they climb so much faster that you can quickly correct and get to the right place as long as you're paying attention. Also, what throws it off is the way the monsters flail around and like. And if they happen to rub into the wall, it clips you through and moves you all over the place. So that's a lot of fun. Can't help but think that I'm missing. One of those monuments. Where have I missed that? I know where they all are, but for some reason I'm really drawing a blank right now. So, fun fact about Eliminators. They have a tremendous stagger knockdown resist in hard mode. To the point where you're really going to have a difficult time knocking them over. Unless in general combat. Now, this resistance drops like a rock when they're charging. They're quite vulnerable to being sent flying then. But if they're torpid, say fighter skill, actually I can use it as well, I just don't have it equipped. Tusk Torse. Or Antler Torse, as it were. If you can spam that on him a couple times while he's torpid, you can actually launch him off his feet. So that's fun. Speaking of fun, this next room. I need to switch to a proper pirate. There's no reason to torpor these lads, just kill them. I'm not surprised that. Well, the thing about it is understandable that she will drop. She is sorceress, and she's a lot squishier than the rest of us. But you. I don't know why I even bother. What's he wrong? Mind a shortcut to the bottom down there. If you're into that sort of thing. You've gained quite a few levels, so I should probably level these two. What happened there? Okay. No, stats. Respec. Okay, so. That seems fine, but and now you actually can you go to 30? Yeah, that looks. Now it does. Now it looks right. Oh dear. Luckily there's a rift stone not too far away. Or ominous. Lost the ball. And now the most powerful enemy in the game. What? Never mind. Lame. No, it was these. I was talking about these the entire time. Not the bats, it should have been there. Giant bats. You know, they call them giant bats, but really, I mean, in real life we have bats that are big and bigger than those. Okay, Death. Let us run past you. And just bloody run. Pardon me. What I'll do a solo run, I can actually show you how to fight him. But right now, it's so difficult to keep pawns alive when you fight him. Unfortunately. Which isn't an issue if you can just re-rent someone else's pawns and erase the body bag and the like. Watch how slowly her health ticks up. She has a lot of health. She sure is good about losing it though. Mercy. Reminder, you can cheese this lad if, say, we... It's not going to work with the pawns, but we could... If they would bloody move... Yeah, you can latch on here, and he would swing and try to hit me, and he would fall down. Did you just waste Targetus? Very cool. Oh, you talk about bad timing. There you go. Yeah, took a long walk off a short bridge. Didn't quite stick the landing. Now see, this is supposed to be the last of these monuments, but I'm somehow missing two. This is really bothering me, so I'm going to I didn't realise that there were two missing. Yeah. I forget what's in that chest actually. I don't think it's one of the good ones. Oh, they learned something about death. That is one thing. Pawns can get 3-star knowledge about death without having to actually be involved in killing him. Well, this. Okay, let's see. The knowledge. Basically, they can learn by being killed by him, which doesn't really help us with the 2 offline pawns, unfortunately. They learn from him seeking out light and lanterns and teleporting to it. In fact, they can witness him teleporting a few times. They learn from his sleep spell, so they have to be put to sleep by that a bit. Is there one in here? I think so. Wait, maybe it is down here at the bottom. No, that's the metal sculpture. That's another thing, my memory of where the monuments are is getting mixed up with the sculptures. And I'm clearly avoiding the sculptures because we already have way more of those than we need. I did. Wait, it's good. Because I was pretty sure it was a macabre sculpture that was up here. Ah, I think I know now. Yeah, I remember. I even had the thought last stream when we went through there, but for some reason I didn't say it aloud and also didn't act on it. What a ditz. I know where they are. There. What's a drag? Always alive. And I went the wrong way, of course. That's fine. That's fine. Where's it? Oh, just everything respawns. That's significantly unfun. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't want to fight all that. Raise it to annoying to deal with. This is where I wanted to go. How did you get over here? So we have to go through here. It's going to be awkward going backwards through this way. Why it wasn't registering that I didn't have them was because I know we went through the room. And then I just finally remembered, wait, we're gonna half-ass the room. For some reason, why did we do that? That's a bit of knowledge for fighting undead that the pawns can gain, by the way. When they're grappled onto someone, you can grapple them all. So that's fun. I wonder if the Petal Knights are going to be there. So I have the answer to that question. I don't know why, but I was looking at that Gold Knight and I thought he was here. So I wasn't reacting to it at all. I was looking up here, okay, where is he? And he was right there, and he's like, bugger all. I ain't with it tonight. I ain't with it. And been with it the past couple nights. Mercy. How do we not open this one? It's so handy, curative. Oi lads. Blocking the way. I was about to say, you're being rather... That's just not nice. Oh, now the little ones spawn. Well, what they did. Yeah, they're certain sports. She's trying to use Fracture Dart, but unfortunately, she's in one of the rooms where for some reason the ceiling blocks it. Now that's not always the case, the game's a bit finicky about that, where some rooms will block Fracture Dart and even Damper Volley, but this one, actually, I wonder if I can finally try this out. There we go, proof of concept. That's how you could free yourself from Man-Eater as an assassin if you were playing alone. What's your die to this scars? So she's trying to use Fracture Dart because of the fire damage, but these little archways, for whatever reason, block it. Whereas other attacks might just pierce right through the ceiling there. Right, here we are. Now, hopefully we don't have to clear out this entire bloody room. We might have to though. The spellcasting shamans are going to be quite the annoyance. Luckily there aren't too many of them. Oh no. That was closer than it had to be. Come back and do that again, I dare you. Go on, you troll it. Okay. How are we doing down here? Now see, she stayed down here and tried to fight best she is able. The others are running around like headless chickens. If you wanted another example of the difference between regular or flying forms and even a partially trained actual form, player form. What fire do I have? Oh, he's the dead. That we should. How are you almost dead again, love? How? That is an impressive amount of no health. Well, you're mad. Teach me your ways. As for where the monuments are, there's one here and there's another up there. For some bloody reason I didn't come in here when we came through here the first time. I don't get it either. I'm just a dunce. Complete moron. And the reason is probably because I got it mixed up with the other room that's shaped like this, where you initially see a prison of raw cyclops, where instead of the monuments down here you find a couple of macabre sculptures. I did say that I was getting, for some reason they were getting all twisted in my head, the locations between the sculptures. And the monuments. Oh, also, reminder, the moon being jammed down here. Can't believe they took down the raid boss that is Lene. Wait, wasn't there one of those just over here? Let's see. I did what? No, it was in here, wasn't it? Was it? My mind playing tricks on me again. Yeah. It's actually a pretty stout hammer, I believe. I just never used warrior. Never been overly fond of. It's like greatsword in Monster Hunter, where you do all this massive damage, but she's slower as all. Get out. Just. It's not my style. It's not my bag. I've already killed these rats. I don't know why I even bother. It's not like they're worth anything. EXP wise. Another laurel circlet. What do you got for us? Yeah, how reliable. Or these respawn? Or did we just not open them? Speaking of, how'd you get poisoned? You stood in the water, didn't you? That's a bad, you shouldn't do that. And how long that'll last? I'm sure it's fine. It still amuses me that even when the boss isn't here, and after you've triggered the cutscene, they still leave that auto save flag up in that spot. Let's see how everything's respawned as we try to run through and get back to where we were. Wonder what kind of dire dragon will show up in the spa yard. Spa yard being the place where we fought the living army. It's right before the Forgotten City. Okay. Of course, you're back. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, that is handy, I suppose. I would bet there's a mod that just gives you the ring desiccation effect all the time too. That'd be even handier, but it would be a mod. Also, don't know if you noticed, but we got our nice dragon wing circlet. Touching all those monuments. Level 1. Okay. 89. We're getting near the point where we'll have to level the offline forms again. Speaking of, we're starting to get to the levels. Once you start getting this high, is when they should be getting a lot tankier. Because the damage is already, like, she's already on the cusp of, once she hits 3000 magic, as her total combined magic stat, then there's nothing in the game whose magic defense threshold, even, okay, to be perfectly honest, that's overly high for a pawn in the first place, because that threshold is the hard mode threshold for the Arisen. So if the Arisen can reach 3000 magic, then you're looking nice. But pawns aren't affected by hard mode. They're playing on normal mode the entire time. So Basically, she's already broken the threshold. I have never seen that chest be in my meter before. Huh. How about that? That's interesting. I open that chest every time I come through, and that is the first time it's been a man-eater. Huh. Guess the bats are only here the second way through. Is that what it is? Yeah, you skulking about. Yeah, you skulking about as well with your bells. Alright, what dragon do we have? Looks like a drake. That's alright. I'll switch to the old rusty bow. Let's have a little fun, kiddies. I dare say we can kill a drake, right? Or dear, I can't see a thing. I'm in need of stamina though. I can't see that. Maelstrom actually wrecks drakes because they're weak to dark magic. I didn't actually use any of these characters. Silly me. She's just finding wake stones right there. Well, that's good to know. You can find wake stones pretty easily out of that pile. We're learning all sorts of things this time. This is how insane this game is. Play through it hundreds of times, and you can still find out new stuff. Of course, that helps when you got the memory of a goldfish. Sure, these chests can have some nice stuff in them. I'm just going to... No, there's a rift stone in here, so there's no need. Okay, kids, you ready to go kill one large lad? I was mistaken about there being a chest. There's one here, man. 迷うことはない。心臓などもはやどうでもいい。死であり母であり最愛の人だったグレーテ。彼女を殺めたドラゴンを俺は許さない。この手で跡形もなく切り刻んでくれる。 So there's actually, I haven't shown this on stream before, but there is, well, there's a reason I haven't shown it on stream, and you're looking at them. There's actually a chest on the other side of this building, a secret little ledge over there. Yeah, you see how the ground juts out just a bit past there. It's a nice, well hidden little chest. Doesn't have anything spectacular in it, pretty sure at least, not to my memory. But it's another one of those neat little hidey spots. Likewise, there's actually a path up here with some gather spots. Nothing spectacular, but they do exist. And some luninize. Some skulls. Mind you, you can throw skulls to inflict curse on enemies, and curse is basically it's what it's quite similar to. Okay, it's a combined version of what the leaf worms inflict you with, pretty much, because so they can potentially inflict you with a debuff for various stats individually. Curse basically lowers everything together. And it does that to the enemy as well. Okay, so Diamond here. The idea is, what we're going to hope will happen, is we whack him down 2.5 health bars, he starts doing his little slurpy slap, we climb on him, and gouge his little head off before the bones get slurped. That's the idea. See if it actually works out. First things first, I'm going to try to torture his arms. Arse is torpid. Oh, let's get away from that. She's going to be feeling that. Okay. I need to be getting on that. Yeah. No, I need. What? No. Why'd that happen? She wouldn't climb down. I couldn't get her to climb down for some reason. I wanted to get on his head. Oh well, we'll just reload and try it again. That was weird. See, that's an example of climbing being a bit finicky for you. She didn't want to climb down to his head for some reason. I swear I've never had this nearly as much issues with climbing being. Now it's still finicky, again, don't get me wrong, but I've never had it, or it's much more finicky on classes that aren't strident. Watch this. Climb down to his head, lad. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. And just in case we'll gobble of him. He won't even be able to do his slurpy slap. Easy as. You celebrate, you did so bloody much there, love. Yeah, we'll grab those. No reason not to. I'll just pick up a free wake stone and godly analeptic. Which are much easier to pick up when you remember where they are. Still bizarre that first time we came in here recently and I could not find it. Wait, what level did we get to? 98? Fair enough. Nice Harsped source. Lots of the vendors like that, the Harsped stuff. So you can, I'll just let them loot. It's my gift to you. Alright. Reminder, this first time, if you have pawns that have not been here before, walk up the steps so they reach the point that triggers their final knowledge gain of this dungeon. Otherwise they'll just teleport to you at the door. Yeah, so it's about 3/4 of the way up here. They have to hit basically like this, one of these steps right here, before the knowledge triggers for them. But if you just sprint up here, by the time you get here, they will still be down towards the bottom, and they'll teleport to you, and they'll miss the trigger. So that's fun. Roll credits. And now we level even more. And she yaps a little more. I didn't even use my Conqueror's Period. That would be more useful against second form, because he gets a bit tankier. Just a bit. We'll keep the sieging long times, but don't need those. We'll keep one of them. Place lost arrows. Why do I have some lost arrows for? If you were really wanting to muck up the enemies as an archer, gobble you some Conqueror's Periods and use blast arrows and watch things just go bye-bye with the quickness. Just about. That would have been annoying having to dig back in and get to that bloody ring again. You've been picking up lots of stuff. You even got a moonbeam gem. Where'd you get that? That was one. Those hammers are prohibitively heavy. Just absurdly so. Alright, we'll head over here. It's annoying that we're so close to level 100. I'll probably grind it out off stream just to make it nice and neat. That helps, of course. Yeah, we're really close. Alright. That is the completion of our initial run through this dungeon as an assassin. Now it's time to put your big boy trousers on and go through it again, where it's a bit tougher. So we'll work on doing that next time. So until then, that'll be all for this stream. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.